I can't just copy the menu in. Anyway, let's get on. Hello, one and all. Okay, I've reset your bellies, reset your cards, and you are in a tower. And I do believe that Sassafras is looking things that she's not seeing with her own eyes. Wearing a circlet.
And I've explained to the others that the circlet, when I have it on, I'm seeing, and I'm thinking it's the guy that the circlet belongs to. I'm seeing what he sees, and when I take it off, I see for myself. But if this is the guy we're after, he's up in that tower. He's looking out from a tower. I can tell you this much. And
I think you said it was probably the gate above the gatehouse.
Yeah, above the gatehouse tower. From what I remember being down there, but I wasn't looking at things from up in a tower type thing, so I'm fairly sure. And I don't know whether he'd be able to see us coming, and I want to be able to see what he sees in case he's got someone with him. But when I have it on, I can't see. So somebody, if they wouldn't mind, letting me like piggyback or right on their shoulders, and then I can be warning you guys and telling you what he's seeing, so you guys can be prepared.
Wouldn't it be great if we had a character who was an expert in remote viewing?
Well, I'm carrying virtually nothing, so I can afford to take your weight.
Okay, well, I don't want to ruffle up your fur, though.
It's okay. As long as you're on a piggyback, you'll be on my dress, not my fur.
All I remember.
And I got some pokey things in some of my pouches, so if any of them poke you, just let me know.
Of course.
And then I put the circlet. I climb up on Leia's shoulders and I put the circlet back on. Okay, I'm ready.
Okie dokie.
So now you got to be prepared to cue me as to what he's seeing, because I'm looking through his eyes now.
Okay. So basically, Sassafras is now going on Leia's card because, of course, she can't see anything. Is how I'm going to do that one. While I remember the whole magic jar to see the spirit thing, having reread the adventure, it didn't happen because otherwise I'm not going to start. I don't want to start retroactively rolling for the fact that Thaddeus's soul was taken away by the castle. So just don't cast it. It's a simple answer there. Scrying, however, seems to be perfectly fine. There's the thing you just thought in here was scrying all the time. There you go.
Aye, but that would require you to know the answer to the question.
Well, that's fine. I can look it up. That's not a problem.
I don't think you can. Right.
And not that you can, Jar, but as far as I can tell, there's two spirits. Well, it's interesting. Also, apparently, outsiders are pure soul. You can't separate the soul from their body.
Point is the Harrow deck that we brought with us magical or not?
The Harrow deck, you didn't bring it with you. You left it outside the castle.
We left it outside deliberately.
Right. Okay. When we left the Harrow deck, was it magical?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It was magical because there was a soul in it.
Yes, and as soon as you tried to cross the bridge, the castle tried to take the soul out of the deck.
Yes. And having just done a soul trap and it all gone horribly wrong.
I'm going to say you cast it, but nothing else happened because you spent all that time in one point you were dead.
Somebody could have cast. If somebody cast the spell magic on the duck, it would reappear.
Yeah, but they didn't. You didn't tell them what you were doing, so they didn't know what to do. The point I'm trying to make is
that's the mystery.
The point I'm trying to make is you cast. What actually happened is you cast the spell. You put your spirit outside the body, and that second that happened, you were assaulted by You were assaulted by the spirits of the castle. The spirits in the castle that tried to drag your body off and basically imprison you. Fortunately, you successfully resisted and therefore was able to return to your body. That's what happened when you cast the spirit jar. Is the
which
new
is why I wanted to check up on the Harrow deck, because the Harrow deck in this place is we thought it was bad.
You don't have it.
But I've just figured out it's going to be. It would be really, 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 really bad.
Yeah,
And that's why we left it outside.
That's why you left the harrow deck outside.
We thought it was bad. We thought it was bad, but I've just discovered it's on another level of bad.
Okay, so all that all Sassafras can see now is
Can I use a cantrip to open a bubble to an alternative plane of existence to see if that works?
Not with a cantrip, no.
Because I only want to know whether or not the castle's chained up or not.
Cantrip of what?
What?
Well, to cast a cantrip, you are basically using one of your existing powers. So, what cantrip are you? What power are you?
I just want to know. I just want to know if it's possible to shift to an alternative plane of existence.
What power are you using
Plane
to cast
shift.
a cantrip? Plane shift. Okay, let me have a look.
Because I think the answer is going to be no, you can't. Because I don't think plane shift will work either.
So you're saying this fella's above the gatehouse, yes?
That's what I see. I'm looking out the gatehouse above it.
It is for everyone and one for the GM, according to Tanker.
Is this
Hmm.
the text that you put up there, the long chamber thing? Is that
That's what Sassafras sees.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
hang on,
Well, maybe we should just.
There's stairs north of it. There's stairs on the north side of what I'm seeing out of. But those stairs are going down, so we want stairs going up, and there'll be like these little alcoves with roofs that look like cone hats.
Well,
How high is this tower? Is he on the same level as us, higher or lower?
He's above the gatehouse by the looks of it, in a tower over the gatehouse.
Well, to get to the gatehouse, we'll need to go back downstairs and over to the gatehouse. Then we can take the stairs back up. But I'd really rather not leave anybody behind us. Perhaps we should ensure we're not leaving anyone that might follow us and stab us in the back.
That's unusual. Cause that's the last place I expected them to be. Because I thought that they would only be like guards in the gatehouse, and we had to push north to get into the main body of the castle, and then
you start entering other rooms for the record. I'm not looking
and
where
then
you're going. So
because Vodka
don't go where you haven't been.
emphasised the high tower in the poem, I thought, well, we need to go outside and find out what the high tower looks like, which is why I wanted to go to the roof.
Well, we
Cantrip
don't necessarily need
fails.
to go to the roof. If we just go out the door and look up, we can see.
Yeah.
Cantrip
But now
fails.
Sassafras is in the gatehouse.
And he's looking out now. So if you guys go
Right.
out where he can see, I can tell you.
Aye, by the way, that's an interesting concept. We do know there's flying gargoyles, but if somebody was to go outside, if he sees the person, then we know where he is.
Vorka starts jumping around and waving his arms in the air like there's bees around him or something.
I'm not going to bother telling the cantrip failed again.
Well, that looks like an overlook to something.
Orca, what's wrong?
Anybody object to me opening a door? I don't want to get told off.
Oh, shimmy, 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 shimmy.
Vorka just charges right through. And he starts jumping up and down here and waving his arms like he's chasing away bees or something.
Okay, well, this balcony overlooks the castle and surrounding area. Regardless of actually what it seems to show there are no railings to prevent falls.
And that looks like the top of the gatehouse over there. But, well, those of us that have magical brooms can possibly get over there. Apparently I can't move back away from the edge.
No, but you were looking over at the edge, weren't you?
Can I
So
cast Featherfall as a cantrip and then get on the broom and then fly up into the air and then relay what I see to other characters?
I'm afraid you can't fit through an arrow slit. Yeah, well, hold up.
I thought we were outside.
I'm talking to people. I'm talking to the people that are trying to drag themselves through an arrow slit.
Oh, right, okay. That makes sense.
If you go through a door, you can't go through an arrow slit. You won't fit through an arrow slit. Fancy Grounds won't let me fit you through an arrow slit, I should say. Okay, so that's going to be west.
I wanted to do a cantrip of Featherfall in case I fly up and somebody knocks me off the broom.
Right, so I just need Gastus to make a notice check. Thank you. I am then going to
Surprise!
Attack me with a gargoyle, probably.
yeah, basically.
Yeah,
I'm afraid.
I did say that.
Unless you want to spend, unless you
now.
want to spend a Betty, I'm afraid my stealth roll did beat your notice roll.
I did say that. There's a catch about going outside because I found out right at the very beginning when I flew a spy bat. The spy bat got killed by 2 flying patrolling gargoyles.
Oh yes, I mean I'm aware that there are gargoyles, but obviously not aware that there's one imminent. But oh no, I'll let it go first.
Okie dokie. So in that case, on the first round of combat. Hang on. On the first round.
Could
of
you
combat,
accept my move? Because I moved the bits. Thank you. Because I was given a piggyback, I was moving 4 people and I couldn't move them all at once. And obviously, for some reason, I was trying to go through an arrow instead of a door.
That's absolutely fine. Actually, I get a +4 on that, don't I? Because it's technically the drop because you don't see it coming.
It's only the drop if the target is completely unaware that there might be an attack, which I'm well aware there is because we know that there's gargoyles outside.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt then.
Right, then I'll hit it back.
Yeah, hang on, 2 go with the same initiative, so I'll hit you twice and then you can choose which one you want to hit back. There you go, right. Plus, if you got improved counterattack, you see, I might as well put them both there so you can hit them both.
Ah, but I don't.
Okay.
That'll do.
Righty ho. Okay, so I just need to find something. There we are. And we can initiate initiative. Interesting. Wonder why Rooty
Sasa for us, we have company.
So
lady.
I popped the circlet off my head. Where? Oh,
Okay.
I see it.
Okay, so it's Leia, Majenko, Sassafras, and Rooty all going on the same card.
Okay. If I can work out how to grab the right one. Ah, there we go. Majenko, gonna fly over here. And breathe at them.
I am. Oh.
Come on. There we go.
That's a
Same to you. It sounds like an elephant versus a lion.
I was thinking a gargoyle, or a turkey, rather.
It could be all, couldn't it?
Did you say it sounds like a turkey? That certainly sounds like a foul beast.
Oh.
I'm declaring that an anti-Benny.
Weapon's done any good, but for it.
Well, if that's what it is, we need to be careful it doesn't gobble us up.
Hey, we've got to keep these puns.
You got to be careful with anti-bennies because the person who makes a pun that I think is really awful gives a benny to everybody else except themselves, and I am giving them to me as well because I've had to endure the pun as well. That's an anti-benny.
Okay.
What do Uncle Bennies do?
Oh, good God! Really?
One I didn't find funny or even punny. I just found it very clever. So I'm not going to award a penny for it.
Can I swap this?
That's the wrong one.
Push cam.
I'm going to summon a shadow layer.
Did you do the breathing for Majenko?
Majenko?
The breath work?
Yeah. Done the gargoyles.
You did? I didn't see it. Sorry.
It's because they're being very loud and roary.
Yes. It's going to be... It's a small burst template, isn't it? Adjacent to you. Yeah. So it only gets one of them.
In which case, you'll have moved a bit further before doing it, because I thought it was a cone for some reason, but there you go.
They are both okay.
I will move as far as there,
Okay.
which will by default move Sassafras as well, because she hasn't got off me yet.
Yep.
And then I will conjure my shadow layer.
Okie dokie. They're a bit annoyingly loud, aren't they? I might downgrade them. Yeah, I'm not sure if they count this one shots.
That is because I can't remember.
Like, well, I can't tell.
I turned them down on Discord, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to give up on them. They're a bit too annoying to me.
Right, there we go.
You get the idea.
Could you give me a shadow layer, please?
It's on your ally sheet, isn't it?
Oh, I thought you had to put it in the combat tracker.
I
Am I wrong?
I probably do, yes. In all fairness. Shadow layer is not a wild card, are they? Wild card.
No.
Mirrored selves are not wild cards.
Indeed.
Oh, yes. Where's shadow layer appearing?
In front of me. Between me and Majenko. Yes, exactly there. And then shadow layer will move to here and attack that gargoyle. With pounce attack. And Leia will physically reach up, picking up Sassafras and gently putting her down to my right side.
Okay.
There. And that will be my action. guess that puts us on Ruti. Oh, Sassafras and Ruti.
Yeah, sorry, no, because you did all three of yours, and because they're all over the place. I deliberately, I manually moved it to Sassafras, so I apologize.
That's fine.
Sassafras, you are up.
Now I can target any of these. They're all in my line of sight.
Yeah, pretty much.
Highlighting him when I hover over him. It's not letting me target. Oh, now I got him. I've had horrible lag on my table lately.
Who are you targeting?
I had targeted 4, I think. See, it's showing I have somebody. Targets Gargoyle Brute 3.
Oh, 3.
Oh, that's
okay.
no, that's the one Leia had. That's why I couldn't target. It's targeting what Leia's targeting. I was targeting 4.
That's okay. That's a hit with raise. Roll for damage.
Oh no, and it didn't roll the raise die.
Hold up. Well, anyway, you're going to spend a Benny to re-roll, aren't you? So, well, we'll do the raise damage and see what happens. 8 points of damage would not do anything. So if you want to spend a Benny, it should.
I did spend the Benny.
So if you want to roll
and
damage
I hit my raise die. So let's see if that fixed it.
Should fix it. And I've actually done the targeting as well. Oh my word! Oh, it rolled to hit again. Oh well. Roll the damage.
Oh, it rolled the hit again. Never mind.
Oh, don't worry. That was impressive dice there, and then that's well, you shook it.
I shook it.
Yep.
That's good enough.
No problem.
And oh, it's not going to let me do the end.
It should do, but I'll move it manually onto Ruti for you.
Rudy's hiding under my cloak, chittering.
Okie dokie.
I think he really feels the evil in this place more than we do because he's of a Fey world.
It does sound as if that is the case. Okay, I am going to have the stats of a gargoyle brute because I remember what they do. I thought they did. I forgot to frenzy when I attacked Justice earlier. I was like, what? All those dice, it's a miss. It's like, okay, yeah, I understood now. Very confused. Oh, dear, it's terrible. Mind you, it's a wound. Right, I need to check something. Mirror self. Is the clone of the character except it's an extra. Has the same number of character points and after subtracting casting. Do not use something. Undied essence. Okay, well, it's destroyed by the gargoyle, I'm afraid. Need to fix that. Main shadow layer, main combat tab. It should be ectoplasm when it dies, not blood. Okie dokie. Second
it's killed something that doesn't really exist instead of kills. That's half the point.
Exactly. I know. Exactly. That's exactly the point. It is very much a case of yeah. Died so no one else had to. Gastus, you're up, sir.
All right. Well, Gastus says a little prayer over both of his blades. Where's the combat tracker? There's the combat tracker. So we're going to need that.
Gargoyles aren't honourable.
And that. And that. And that should do. Right.
Decided gargoyles are most definitely not honourable.
I thought they probably weren't. And then I will activate Frenzy with my martial flexibility.
But players got to put some extra edges in for fighters around martial flexibility, didn't they, to allow them to extend it or do more than one? But that's a hit with a raise on the gargoyle.
Spend a conviction and you can use a once per encounter power a second time. That's in the core book.
Oh, okay. Fine. I forgot that. I got lots of bennies from the anti-bennies, so let's see if I can... No. Yeah. Use another one of my anti-bennies. Oh, 2 wounds soaked. Not enough to save it. Gargoyle should not have blood. It's another bug.
Then I shall run over here.
No, sorry, I'm making notes.
Looks like he's just in range.
He's not in. Technically, he won't be in melee range. He's flying off the edge of the balcony. You could really lean out if you really want to, but that would be very dangerous.
So I'll really lean out. I'm happy with being really dangerous.
Because if you notice that, actually, if you look at the distance, it's showing a range of 2. If he's out of range of this, you've got to reach one way.
I was just going by the shaded area. Never mind.
But you try anyway. But the point is, as you go to attack him, you suddenly sort of find yourself on the very edge, and I won't make you. I thought he would. You know what I'm trying to say. I thought he was a bit closer in.
I'm quite happy to make the needed athletics roll.
Oh, you're absolutely fine. I think. You teeter back off the edge. You're fine. If it had been reach 1, I'd have said he's at the very limit of it, but he's actually reached 2, so he's just out of the way. That was what I was trying to do. He's shaken, so he was just trying to fly as close as he could to the wall, away from everything. A genia.
Our Genia is just going to flap around here a bit. Not go any further than that.
Do you notice none of the little dragons like this stuff?
That's because they're sensible. They're only in here because you lot say that. They're only in here because they trust you. Okay, let's put that.
Let's hope that's not the last mistake they ever make.
Walker.
Yeah, they're out of reach of Gastus, and Vorka's even smaller. So I think what Vorka is going to do is he's going to use Mage Hand to pull on
That one's in range.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, fine.
It killed Shadow Layer.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I'll just step over here and give him a whack then.
Sorry, it does show him at +1, but he isn't because he had to lower down to attack Shadow Layer.
Oh, we got plenty of bennies. Let's hit that once.
If proof were needed that Volker is some kind of whack job.
Go on then. That one actually made me smile as opposed to groan, so I'm awarding bennies. I'm classifying that as. Okay, that's a wound. I'm going to spend, I think, the last of my ill-gotten anti-bennies. Yes, Wild Soul. For the record, this building here is the gatehouse.
We've got to be.
I thought as much, and so that bit there will be where we expect the fellow is.
Probably more. He's sort of he's in that area, but he's probably further south. Because I think when Sassafras was looking, he was looking out across the causeway.
He was looking towards the north. And there was stairs down from him, and it looked kind of like an attic.
He just throws a spear.
Yeah, so I move within, because he's got really short range, so I move 3 and then.
So that's really crap damage, and then you got the exploding 6s.
And then I throw a spear at it when it's jostling with the.
Every time
over the edge.
I'm soaking wounds, but not enough.
I think it got the point.
Oh, go on then. Go on then. I'll allow it. It's rather cinematic and very Arnold Schwarzenegger, isn't it? Wild Soul's up again.
I thought you were going to shaft us though.
No, that's Richard Roundtree.
That one I am definitely designating as a
spear shaft. Something.
Designate that an anti-Benny.
Right, okay, me again. That's spooky, isn't it?
It's rather, isn't it?
Yeah, I tell you what I'm just going to do. I am just going to do a simple, very, very simple cantrip to save time. We're going to cast precipitation at the gargoyle. So sure, I cast precipitation and a whole bunch of sparks start flying around the gargoyle's head as a test.
Yeah. Okay.
In fact, I suppose I should target it. Shouldn't I?
That would have helped. Too late.
I should target it. In actual fact, what we should do is to test this properly. We should roll spellcasting and not the power.
Exactly.
I'm still get a 6. Look, feet.
You do. I'm going to argue because it's prestigiation.
I mean, I just used that for effect. Prestidigitation does a magical minor effect. It's just basically a little.
No, I know. No, I'm agree. Yeah, I think it would be. I'm going to say yeah. Smarts is perfectly
it's
acceptable.
Just a shower of sparks.
Okay, distracted or vulnerable.
I am going to make him vulnerable.
Vulnerable it is.
Down the combat tracker.
I do quite like. I do like the built-in test of the combat tracker. It's very nice once it's all working beautifully. But anyway.
Yeah, so precipitation, cast a shower of sparks in his face, he blinks and...
Gastos is up next.
So he is. Are there any keep drawing squares? Are there windows on that? Are there any windows on that wall?
Not that it shows.
Okay.
But then there may well be. There are. No, the map doesn't show windows, but I do know that all the if you what I remember. So I remember telling you this is the you can't see in through any of the windows, and every so often, what you may actually see though is a light, or you actually see why not? Yeah, you see a face staring at you out the window.
Marvellous. Well, since I don't want to steal Walker's kill, I'm going to take a run up, putting away my blades, and jump over to get through the window on that wall.
That's going to be very unpleasant.
Why is that?
We'll find out in a second, won't you?
Because there isn't a window?
Or is that it's because there's no window, there's no window?
Windows in the castle suddenly glow with ghostly radiance. With that illumination remaining active from anything for a few hours, you might notice indistinct shapes moving behind these lit windows, but no amount of skill or magic can actually determine who or what is being seen.
Okay,
Right.
but can I leap over and climb the wall and get in it?
Where was your athletics check? So
that's
that's
if
enough
that's
to clear the distance.
okay.
There's no difficulty in the. Oh, hang on. Yeah, with a run up 2 inches, you don't need a raise, do you? That's what I'm thinking.
No, but I've got a free reroll and a +2 on the roll anyway, if I need to.
Indeed. Right. Well, you jump across the ledge. That's when you find the ledge is rather small, and the window seems to totally resist your ability to jump through it. As you bounce off it, so you get to make an athletics check to stop yourself plummeting.
Grab that narrow ledge and not fall on your
60 feet to below, although there's a roof there, so you
Right, I'll start climbing onto the.
It did say 66 falling damage off that ledge, so it's 66 falling damage. Okay, so you grab hold of the ledge. You are basically hanging on by your fingertips to the windowsill.
Okay, can I hold myself up?
With a 60-foot drop.
Can I hold myself?
Well,
up
I say the windowsill. It's actually just a rocky outcrop.
Okay.
You can haul yourself up. The window. You can pull yourself up, and the ghostly radiance has vanished, and the window appears opaque again.
Okay. Can I get through the window, or is it glass? Is it smashable?
It looks like glass.
I'll try breaking it.
Breaking things, that'll be a damage roll, a non-exploding damage roll with whatever you're trying to break it with.
Well, I think I'll use the pommel of one of my weapons. Put some back up here.
Straight plus D4 then, if it's a pommel, isn't it? Because it'd be an improvised weapon, as it were.
There you go. Still got smite cast on it.
Yeah. You smack into the window with a huge amount of force, and I think the glass doesn't break.
Well, very fine workmanship then. Our genie will come over and see what the hell I'm up to.
So let me get this right. Gastus is there dangling on a very narrow, standing on a very, very narrow ledge, and it's a 60 feet drop below, and there's no room to run and jump back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I think it did say 66 plus 6 falling damage. I think it's somewhere. I saw 66 damage, but I don't know where from. Must have been something else I was reading earlier. Fair enough. I would actually, I would actually say it's not that far down, that one, because it does show a roof of a building, doesn't it? I think it's when they're talking about the other ledges, which you can probably see from where you are, Gastus, which is there and over there. I think that's the plummet. So you're not 66. You're probably only, I'd say you're probably 20
46.
feet above. Say 2d6 down above the roof. Because it's only the floor below.
Yeah, but then if I get shaken, I might roll off the edge of the roof as well.
Well, then, yes, that could, and then you'll take the other. Yeah, agreed. But anyway, our genie has come across. Is our genie doing anything?
Actually, our genie is going to fly up higher to get to the top of the roof of this tower bit.
So very good. That's very sensible and very annoying at the same time. Scarwall Heights you're on, so I need to go. No, it's very ingenious, and the only reason it's annoying is because, of course, I have to find another map. That's the only reason I'm complaining. So it'd be Scarwall Roof, which is not at all helpful at all. I don't think they've got a map for the floor, the top of that one. Believe it or not. Scarwall Heights is here, which is fine. And Scarwall Roof and Cab. They don't have a map for the top of the tower, so I'm going to assume it's enclosed and there's no roof access.
Right. Okay. That's what she's going to tell me.
Yeah. Because they didn't make a map for it, and wherever they show roofs is because there is access. If that makes sense. So if they haven't made a map with a roof for that section, there's no roof access, which is what our genie tells you.
Okie doke. Cadence balls.
Likewise, there's absolutely no instruction. The adventure's not written in any way to let you think of trying the windows. But given how fucked up this castle is, I think it's just very in keeping with the fact that
we're live streaming. We're live streaming.
I know. We're more than 5 minutes in, and I didn't say. I just.
You've been extremely restrained over the years. I have to give you that, Dazzle.
Hey-ho. Right, Leia, you're up. There is one gargoyle left, but Vorka appears to be fighting that, and Gaston seems to be dangling, well, not dangling, but crouched precariously on the building, on the wall opposite.
Okay. Just
Give Gastus a Benny for a very good idea, because the GM just deliberately nobbled it.
That should do it.
How kind of you.
It's a very sensible idea, and if the adventure actually showed windows and stuff, then I might have allowed it, but it doesn't, so I'm going to assume that you're right. Way around. So anyway, Leia, what are you up to? Witchery.
Did you say that that's one floor down to the roof below?
It's going to be no more than 20 feet drop.
Okay, fine.
It should be pointed out as you look at that roof, there isn't any apparent access once you're on that roof, other than climbing back up to the balcony you're on. And if we're saying that's 20 feet down, then I'm going to say it's a 40 feet drop off that roof.
That's not an issue.
No,
For
I know,
several
I'm just saying.
zillion reasons. Why is that not applying? Sorry, I'm trying to apply a power and it's been a pain in the backside. Let me do it another way.
There is access down.
Not from the roof, not from that.
Survivable,
balcony.
fun, easy.
There, right,
Right.
great.
If you want it easy. Yeah, if you walk along the crest of the roof and then drop off onto the battlements, I can just see.
Okay, I'm going to jump across and land on the wall just to the side of Gastus.
Okie dokie. You did move as you did that, so all you need is a straightforward athletics, because you technically are doing a running jump, therefore you don't need the raise to clear 2 inches. But you've done it anyway. You could have just walked up. You could have just walked up to the edge and just gone bounce.
Yeah. Absent any windows, Gastus's plan was to make his way round to those battlements there, or the ones on the opposite side.
That's the ones I'm pointing to. So if you walk along the roof, you can drop off and get in.
Would you like me to help you somewhere, Gastus?
No, not at all. I'm perfectly fine. Thank you kindly.
I'm going to argue that if they're showing those battlements there, they are the same height as the balcony you're on now.
Cool.
In which case,
so dropping off that roof doesn't help you. But someone can walk. But someone wants to walk around someone's walking around the building. I definitely can't stop that.
And we could also climb onto the roof above us, run along that roof, and drop down.
Theoretically, I can't stop that one.
Now, I have to ask, guys, now that you're over there dangling over nothing.
Laddie's actually standing side perpendicular.
Yeah, well, yeah, still dangling over nothing.
Yes.
She's just dangling very gracefully. Aren't we supposed to take care of these other, locked people before we go and face this big bad guy?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you from here.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. Which is why I wanted to do a plane shift test, because this castle is
Yes, and I've told you the answer twice and you ignored me. So
no, I did. I listened to you, but
yes, fine then.
It means that the castle is dimensionally locked. I don't think you can kill the guy. I don't think he can even leave the plane of existence in death. Well, he is dead. That's the point. He's locked. So you're gonna have to kill all these henchmen.
You're saying it's a deadlock?
Pretty much, aye. So when we went into the tower and I tried to spirit shift into the outsider, he was one of the guy's henchmen, wasn't he? I think.
I'm pretty sure we need to kill the 4 things that are in the poem, and then we can kill the last guy.
Yes.
But at the moment, Gastus and Leia can't hear any of you guys over how awesome we're being.
Yeah, and I'm not paying any attention to you because you guys boogied out of here, and we still got one of these bad guys to deal with. So thank you.
We didn't want to steal Vorka's kill.
It's still not letting me target. I want to target the one that Vork is fighting.
River raise.
Oh, I'll Benny it one time because we got tons of bennies.
Got a bit add some extra wind for Gastus and.
Pardon!
It just sizzles by Vorka's ear and then just dies.
Indeed.
And it doesn't let me move. I'm just moving past Rudy because he's hiding. He don't like this place.
Okay.
I think it's funny. I set it up, making it vulnerable, and everybody just wanders off.
Okay. It's already vulnerable. So with a dodgy bit of GM shenanigans here. Actually, I know the vulnerability will go away because of that, but it's going to warrant that. And still fell miserably at Walker. Then my anti-Benny.
Oh, that's going to cost you.
That's okay. He's going to roll all ones. Tried to.
The Walker is shaking, which I'm sure he will successfully unshake.
And mostly because of that green bolt of fire flying over his shoulder.
Yeah, I think you ducked just as the gargoyle swiped at you at the last second. Sassafras probably saved your life there.
Seems busier, maybe.
That's how she's going to spin it anyway. Anyway, Walker recovers from being shaken.
Could have just enough.
Oh, I forgot to give them all their extra effects. They should all have parry 1 higher. You clambering? What's your pace when climbing?
Usually it's half pace.
That's only if you're going up and down. I'm going sideways.
It's climbing. Up and
It's
down,
still
left
climbing.
or right. It's still climbing.
Still climbing.
Okay, so it's 5 at the moment.
Okay.
So that'll be as far as I can get in around.
It's fine. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Look at that one.
Argenia's stuck on something. Argenia's stuck on something.
You moved her into the wall.
Ah.
There we go. Yes, look, she got stuck on a wall. There we go. You can't have her flying that close to a wall, you know. That's the problem. Righty ho. Obviously, we're out of combat, so what's everyone else doing?
They're on a roof. How far from us?
Well, if you move to here, stand on the very edge. It is 12 inches to basically that bit of the battlements there.
I look at Vorka and I go, "Hey, Vorka, you want to take a shortcut?" And I'll grab him by the arm and I'm going to teleport him and I across.
Bam.
Yes, bam. Yes, he can fly on his broom, so ignore me. Yeah, don't worry, we're in turns. So what I'm saying is we're out of turns, but what I'm doing is every time someone moves, I'm going to manually reduce their effect, you see, for their spells, because that's the easiest way for me to do it, I think.
Okay, I just teleported both Vorka and I across to that point where you said was 12.
Okie dokie. You're both there.
Yeah.
And Rudy's inside my cloak, so he will be with me.
In fact, let's go this way.
What's your pace, Leia? What's your pace,
Hers
Leia?
is going to be her walking speed because she's
I
definitely not
have to
climbing.
unmute, otherwise you get Tavis's echo, which is why I delay. I ran, so I've got 11. I paid the extra
11.
power
That's
points
fine.
to be able to have the power with running.
That's absolutely fine. It was just because you couldn't see round the wall. You did, you know what I mean? You couldn't see the line, so I was just working out how far you'd actually get. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The dragons can fly across because they don't have any issues. The wall walker would be down to 4, but that's okay when you all get across.
Yeah, so I can fly across, but can I just cantrip? It's in the way past.
You can.
Let's cantrip him with Featherfall just in case. So that way he can be wonderful. But if he falls, then it's not going to be an issue.
Okay, you cast Featherfall on Gastus. It doesn't seem to have any effect. Before you worry, you can't stack effects if you remember.
I was just going to say, oh, it sucks to be him.
Sorry, you can move across now. Okay, so it sounds like everyone has decided to. So rather than play test the whole boring castle, I don't play. You've just decided to circumnavigate everything. I don't blame you either. Right. Okay.
Don't we do that a lot, though?
I'm not really complaining. Okay. Let me set up. Let me set up the encounter then.
I hope I'm in the right place though.
Oh, we'll find out shortly, says Gastus, and opens the door and steps through.
Yeah, I think I know, but Vorkis's warning is to be heeded. I think
it's interesting.
Honest, once you get into once you if you're familiar with the topology of this place, it's terrifying, absolutely terrifying.
I've certainly visited nicer places.
Anyway.
I mean, this place is literally nowhere.
I will spend a PowerPoint to maintain all of those, please.
Okie dokie. You can't maintain the martial flexibility, but that doesn't matter. It's a new encounter. And the reason we're in combat is I'm not sure the map actually shows them. But you did walk past arrow slits. That makes sense.
Yes, I could see through them, but
you could see through them. Yeah, I couldn't remember if I'd fixed them or not on the map. So the issue is the reason we're in combat is whoever's inside knows you're out there because they saw you.
Yeah.
So that's that. I'm just explaining the logic there.
Well, I will step in, and then when I can see what's in there, we'll decide what I do next.
Oh, there he is.
Because I haven't got the circlet on.
Got just enough pace to get to him. You going to surrender? No, didn't think so.
Well, isn't it lucky you brought Battlecat here?
Well, you know what? Let's pick up Frenzy again, shall we?
I think you can take me off Leah's card now because her.
Yeah. Sorry. Good point. Yep. Good point. Let me do that and deal you in.
Hurrying up my targeting.
I'm guessing this chap's undead.
Yeah, I haven't finished setting him up yet, actually, before you hit him.
What gave you the clue?
I always have do things in the castle, and I haven't actually got around to doing it.
Does he tend to ride a burning horse?
Deal Sassafras in.
Or a burning motorbike?
Did he run out of face cream or suntan?
Or a burning muscle car?
The muscle car is the one I liked.
So that would be that. Which means you hit once, miss once.
Oh well, I think I shall smite evil on him then and re-roll the miss. But I'll do the damage of the first one first.
Only mostly undead, Miracle Max. Just tell him.
I am not having fun storming this castle. Okay, now I'll do the re-roll. Okay, so that's Fat Hand's attacks. And then I shall attack him with... I'm guessing he counts as evil and dishonourable as well. Or evil or dishonourable.
That's a good question. Oh, I see. Yes, this is where this. Yes, this is where I remember reading the 66. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that. I think we could say he probably isn't.
So he's not evil or dishonourable.
No. I didn't say that. I said the opposite.
Oh, okay, right.
Well, I'm going to say you didn't give him a chance to actually give you the non-combat option because you just walked up to him and hit him. So. Okay, now this was bring you asleep because you're frenzied. That's why you hit twice with that hand. That's fine. I understand that. Okay. Well, there's probably no point in trying to soak these and just kill him right now, shan't we?
If you like.
No, really not. Yeah. He's got his own bennies, actually. I'll use them.
Seems reasonable.
Okay, there we go. Still standing.
Okay, our genie will fly in then. And that'll be me.
A notice check, Gastus. Obviously, you walk past. As you approach, you walk past that arrow slit there, and you get the distinct impression the reason he was so easy to hit is he seems to be staring directly through the wall at the cluster of characters that not Leia but everyone else. He seems to be staring at them. And he seems to be saying, he seems to be, or the other thing you sort of, he doesn't say it so much out loud as almost as if to himself. There we go. You might not get to hit him at all because you might have run away in fear. You have to make him fear. Sorry, I thought
I'll make a fear check first then.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking he seemed a bit too easy given what he is. Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry. There's no penalties. It was just like that seems very weird. Okay.
I mean, I did say as I approached, I don't suppose you're going to surrender to me, are you? And then I hit him, but
exactly, you didn't give him a chance. He was saying he was basically saying, "Turn the circlet as you hit him."
I've returned the circlet. Okay. Oh, if he wants to surrender, he might be able to get Sassras to give it up, but she doesn't listen to me anyway, so you know.
Oh no, he won't surrender. Okay, Thaddeus, you're up, sir.
Thaddeus.
The only downside with Savage Pathfinders sometimes is the bad guys don't live long enough to actually do anything.
How fast Thaddeus can get there.
I think you should have you should always have a couple of cards on the very bottom of the deck if you're playing face to face, so you can give the evil NPCs really high level cards. Ah.
9, 10.
That said, I did Rise of the Rune Lord. I played Rise of the Rune Lords in D20 Pathfinder. It's a painful slog, so I actually prefer Savage Worlds.
One more. Probably not going to make a huge bit of difference. It's quite a long range shot for me, actually.
It will be dramatically appropriate to shoot Gastus in the back. You just did on the 1.
I'll bet any of that.
Kev might not let you because you rolled a 1 on the skill dice. You'll hit me instead.
He didn't crit fail, so he can re-roll. But he did roll a 1 on the skill dice, so it was dramatically appropriate to hit you.
Well, we could Benny it. It's not a critical failure.
No, it's not. I know.
I didn't realise I was muted there. I was explaining that and saying everything, and you couldn't hear me because I've somehow managed to mute myself. Well, for you guys, not for the chat and the video.
Well, you should have said, yeah. I mean, miss on the wild die, 1 on the trait as a innocent bystander, but you can still Benny because it's not a critical.
That's exactly what I said. You just couldn't hear me.
Benny out of it.
He soaks it. I want to let him live long enough to hit that. I want to let him live long enough to miss hitting Gastus so Gastus can kill him.
Yeah, that's me. I just run it. I just fly into the room and lob the spear at them.
They're inside the hall. We don't know where they went because they came in from the other side, right?
Yeah, you can hear it.
There is arrow.
There are arrow slits.
Yeah, but
so they're in there fighting it.
So to try to figure out where they are and whether this Castrothane has spotted them yet, I'm going to put the.
There's a door up there. Go that way.
No, I'm going to put the circlet back on.
Yeah, you put the circlet back on. Castrothane is looking directly at a wall, which you get the distinct impression he's looking directly at you, Sassafras.
Inadvertently, because we went in for different directions, he was looking at you. He knows exactly where you are, but he didn't know what it means.
As long as I've got the circlet, that's probably going to be true. And then realizing that he's staring at the wall, I'm going to take the circlet back off. Where's the door into this place? Or do we have a door in?
There's basically 2 doors at either end.
Well, this way?
And then...
So I can get that far on my move.
Oh, there's an arrow slit there. And an arrow slit there.
Well, I'm not going to be able to climb through an arrow slit. And I'm not exactly...
Well, but if you're casting a spell, you can look through an arrow slit.
No, you can teleport through a arrow slit.
Which door to use?
Bear in mind, I'm 3 foot tall. Barely. Almost. Kind of.
Yeah, but you're 3 foot tall. You go up and stand in one.
No, I've made it to the door.
Didn't we look it up once? I think they're no wider than 12 inches wide, aren't they? He looks it up.
Yeah, but they're fanned on the outside up to 14 inches wide, or up to 18 inches wide.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, even what I'm saying is, I don't think Sassafras will fit through the narrow end, if that makes sense. But you could certainly stand up inside one on the wider end. I agree.
No, that's okay because I realize this guy is staring at me, and I'm not. I'm seeing.
Yeah.
He's just staring at a wall, which makes me a little uncomfortable. So I tuck the circlet back under my cloak and I move forward. And
Okay.
And leave it with me. Because if he was looking at me, I don't see that he has Gastinius right there.
Okay, I've had a lot of adjustments to my speed, so I'm going to check and see what a run die will do for me. I just want to see what my base and everything else is. So
I forget to turn it off again if you're not actually
16
running.
with the 5. Okay. So I will go ahead and run that.
This is where he
We're gonna
gets to
run
wail
9
on
to
Sassafras
there.
because Sassafras has got the token, but he's not circlet. He's not going to live long enough to wail on Sassafras. It's really disappointing. 9 to there, yep.
Okay. And then I'm going to throw open the door, and I'm going to go 1 to there.
Okay.
And I'm going to go 6 to... Come on, behave. There we go. 6 to there. And I'm going to whack him with my sword.
Oh! He's just out of range. Look at that. You throw something at him.
Oh, but he's in my shaded area.
The shaded area seems funny at the moment. I don't know. Yes, but range. No, but you don't forget melee is technically base to base, and right.
Yeah.
You reach. If you're
I'm
more,
not
you
gonna
need to
answer
be
this
1 inch
question.
away. Yeah. The shaded areas. See, I ignore the shade. The shaded areas are 1 square larger than they technically should be, aren't they?
Oh, are
No.
they? Okay.
No, they're not.
Well, then why is it showing a distance
The
of 2
official
inches?
ruling is you have to be 100% inside the shaded area to be in melee range.
There we go then. That I agree.
Oh,
I understand.
okay.
If I'd known that, I like that.
So
I've
the
always been a
distance
bit
between the
fast.
two-
I've always been a bit fast and loose, but I want this guy to last 1 round, so I'm going to be really evil and stick today.
And that rule has changed because it used to be 1.5 was the number where the code was set.
I'm afraid, unfortunately, you get all the way there and you just don't make it. But you can throw something at him if you want, or hit him with a spell.
Yeah. Well, I was checking to see if my greatsword had reach, but it doesn't apparently. Because that would have been a perfect setup for a charge. My cruel
It would have
undead
been brilliant,
charging
yeah.
and just
I know.
it would have been perfect.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Shane, when Shane played with minis, he used to make the bases of the minis touch each other, so the distance between them was 0.
Yeah.
And if you
Okay,
had 1
well-
inch between the 2 minis, that was range 1. That was reach 1.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to punch him with my mage hand.
Oh, I love it. Did you let me find you, man?
Probably as a test, yeah.
As
Yeah.
a test, I'd agree. But yeah, as a test, I won't disagree with that. Okay. Are you? I take it you're happy with the 11.
Well, a 10.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
running, so I had to make sure I wasn't too winded trying to cast my spell.
Distracted or vulnerable?
Let us make him distracted.
Okay.
There you go. I set him up for you, Gastus. I just punched him in the back of the head.
Careful you don't burn yourself.
Right. He activates martial flexibility and picks improved block. Six. That's very annoying. He's
So
not.
I forgot to mention that fully inside the shadows, what the code is expected. How you play the game is entirely up to
Right.
you.
I will try and wallop him as he leaves.
Indeed. Annoyingly, I'm going to have to stick by the same rules I just set up. He's 1 inch away from wailing on the person he wants to wail on.
Well, we'll re-roll that with smiting evil. Oh, curses, improved block. I'll even spend a penny. Well, no, looks like I'm not going to get him.
Okay, he basically strides off past Gastus as if Gastus isn't there. You know what I mean? As you basically, parrying your blows as he walks by, he strides up. He basically turns the corner, and unfortunately doesn't have enough pace to reach Sassafras. But he just stares down at Sassafras and looks at Sassafras and going, "My circlet, mine. You have what is mine. Give it back." What he does. Okay. Right.
Whatever you say, precious.
Just need to do that.
Oh, it's Hank and his mates. They're turning up now.
By the way, if he's just running in Sassafras has seen him, she's got to make a fear check.
Sassafras does need to make a fear check. None of you got made fear checks there, but you make a fear check on your turn, though, don't forget. So,
Oh,
technically.
right.
And I've been looking through his eyes. Does that give me a bonus on?
Absolutely not, because you haven't technically seen him in all his nastiness. Okay. Hang on. That's interesting. Are they broken?
Jeez.
No, they're not. Okay. Thaddeus, basically, a shadow literally comes out of the wall.
I've just had to drop.
And touches you. Basically, you get to make a vigor check. You didn't get the raise, so it's just an unmodified vigor check. For the energy drain. No, it's just energy drain.
Vigor, did you say?
A vigor check to resist the energy drain, yes. Otherwise, you'll lose a die of strength.
We're going to Benny. I've got loads of Bennies, so
I haven't. I've spent all mine. Okay, you're fine. You successfully ignore the energy drain.
Well, that was a surprise. What did that?
Yes.
The shadows moved.
What are you playing at, Leia?
Wasn't me this time.
Even where... Hang on, I don't think the drop applied to the Vorka there. Oh, it did. Didn't actually show... Interesting. Got the drop on Vorka, but it didn't actually add it onto the attack, did it? Strange.
Okay, well, something tried to grab me out of the wall, and I don't care.
Oh no, I see. I know what happened. It managed to target itself, not you, Vorka. I'll just re-roll. Yeah, it misses you.
Okay. So Vorka's going to come darting up here, and look, he's got 5 inches of movement.
Hang on. Sorry, it's not actually your go. I just accidentally moved the combat tracker onto you. Sorry.
Fine.
It's actually Leia's go.
Okay.
Oh, we are way down at the bottom, aren't we? Okay, my bad.
No, I don't know why. For some reason, I somehow managed to change the move to you when I was trying to attack you. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I just love the way you don't even realise the shadow is attacking you because it didn't do anything. Might sense it because. And yes, I know, realistically speaking, shields couldn't keep up, but I just decided long ago I was going to ignore the rules for shields because they're too complicated. Always work. Much easier.
Oh, they are a doozy, aren't they?
I mean, I do like they tried to make shields realistic there, and you apply on half the attack on one side or whatever it was. But that's hardly fast or furious. You just let them.
I know they need a flanking rule instead.
gang up is, isn't it? I don't know why, but it's not letting me accept the because Leia's supplying effects
bonus for shields.
It's just as easy just to say shields apply because you can turn 3D, so therefore I'm happy to let it go.
Not having that. Oh, I forgot to roll my fear check. I should do that. Let me just do the fear check. Is it spirit? Just spirit?
Plus roll fear usually works best, but yeah, spirit check otherwise.
Yeah, I've just not got my keyboard right next to me, so that'll be quicker.
No. I suppose what we really want to do is create a fear power for monsters that you could just apply to him.
I am going to spend a penny on the attack roll, however.
Of course, it's an automatic attack, so there's no dice roll, which is we do need a way for innate to create entries on the combat tracker.
Oh, come on!
You have to put the manual number in. So
he's very good.
I roll better than a 5?
He's very good at parrying, I'm afraid.
That's fine, but I just want to roll better than a 5. There we go.
Motion detected at the front door.
There.
You got him. You actually got him. Well, that's the end of him, isn't it? Because I ain't going to be able to cite that much damage. There's one Betty left. Let's use it. Spend one of my bennies and then give up.
Was he bothering you, Sassafras?
Oh, and is he dead? Because once he dies, the circlet's going to crumble into dust.
He does.
Go to pull out the circlet and it just crumbles away in my hands. I go, well, guess don't need this anymore.
You typical Savage Worlds bad guy doesn't even get.
Yeah, so he must have been soul bound to that somehow.
I know, as I could see what he was seeing, but that didn't tell me. I couldn't tell what he was thinking or stuff like that.
It sounded like he was thinking you needed to give him his necklace or headband back.
Well, it's dust now, so it's just, I guess, too late. So where'd the others go to? And I stepped through the door.
4 inches, and then I'll accept your move so you can see what you can see.
Oh, wow, you guys are having fun. And they're just shadows?
Our shadows. Well, actually, you technically can't necessarily see anything at the moment. Well, they become invisible and immaterial at will, so you can't see them at the moment. They technically.
No, none of us are called Will.
Will dispel remove whatever is hiding
them? No.
If I can't see him, I go, hey guys, having fun yet? Bad guy's gone. We can leave now.
Thaddeus has gone AFK because someone's at the door. We heard that, so I'll put him on hold.
Oh, he is? Well, I'm very glad that we didn't have to do anything to fight him then.
Righty ho. Shadow number 1. Didn't manage to do anything again. So while invisible and immaterial, and therefore you can't tell it's doing it, moves. The shadow appears out of the darkness and reaches for Sassafras. Sassafras, you see this shadow. Oh, let the invisible bennies fly. Invisible bennies fly. Thank you, including GM. So much. A sort of shadowy form appears in front of you. You stare at it in horror as it reaches you and touches you, and coldness envelops your body as it's as if it's actually draining away the very strength from your body. Figure check.
Would my shadow powers have more than usual power against these creatures?
Probably not. You're absolutely fine.
I look at him and go, dude, your boss is dead. Give up.
Okay.
Did that gnome just say dude?
That gnome did just say dude.
It's a
Oh, it was really cool.
What is a dude?
You want the actual real definition, or do you want what we use it for here in the USA?
It's the gnomish term for person.
Ah, I see.
Vorka.
Vorka is going to go on hold.
Very sensible. Do the drop off here. Might go, even though it should say. Both.
As is Gastus.
Gastus goes on hold. Leaves us with Leia.
Yeah, sorry, I had to stop it there for a second there.
Absolutely fine. You're on hold. There's two invisible,
Two
invisible shadows attacking people.
You said two invisible start attacking people, but we don't know what people are being attacked.
Well, they just appear.
Yeah, and run away.
I don't know about that one. I really don't know about that one.
Do you know what? I'll request interrupt, in fact.
Okay. Go ahead, because... Yeah, you have a thought and I don't right now.
Ooh. Ooh, wow. Oh, that's AD&D rather than Pathfinder. Apparently in AD&D, as they become more experienced, some shadow dancers even learn to command the shadows to do their bit. Oh, burst shadows, not shadow monsters. So yeah, that's what you do. You command the shadows to create a copy of you, don't you? And move them out. Yes, indeed. So it is there. You don't get to command shadows. I don't think you do have the ability to see them or do anything to affect them other than
see the shadows.
Not when they're invisible.
By the way, can you take that broom unstable platform because it's the wrong effect anyway?
Okay.
Because it doesn't affect us anyway.
What do you mean it doesn't?
All I was going to do was detect magic to see if I can open it up for a layer.
You can certainly spend an action to detect magic. Yeah,
I'm just gonna come off hold, spend an action to detect magic.
Oh, thank you.
To put a glamour on them, and then go, Leah, can you see that?
I most certainly can.
Well, if you're going to put a glamour on them, you're going to have to multi-action.
It's a role-playing thing.
I know.
I detect.
I know what you're saying. I'm teasing. I know what you're saying. Don't worry. I was thinking of the glow effect. If you want to put the glow effect on, to make them slightly easier to hit, even though they're invisible. Leia moves to there.
Well, even if I alter them just a slightly bit, just a slight change of shadow, Leia, if their shadow powers, will see it and leap into action.
Yes, I can now see it. And
from a role play perspective, if Thaddeus sort of does something that does allow you right now to see the shadows, but once they move, you'll probably lose them again.
Damn. Okay. Can I make that selective? Yes, I can make it selective. Awesome. Okay.
Well, you can put it back in the middle if it's selective.
I'm trying to. There.
Actually,
Smothering shadow.
for the record, why don't you put it there and then not worry about making it selective? Save the PowerPoint.
Because I like Gastus.
Fair enough. I don't.
Oh, I see. So noted.
He just the character, not the player. And I do like the character. He just nobbles all my monsters too quickly.
Everybody gangs up on me.
I don't. Okay.
Might as well.
Selective and.
I was actually going to give him a card to make him more annoying.
I don't think they need armor piercing, but I will do it with the extra damage. So that's going to be 4d6 damage instead, which might be easiest if I roll it from. Oh no, the Super Bowl's AP6 going to do that. Yes, I can actually. So I'll roll it from the bolt power if you like, because at least that'll do the right amount of damage. Would that be easier for you?
What?
You got to hit him first.
Well, if it's an innate power, it just happens.
Oh yeah, it does just hit them.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing out of interest?
I am. Sorry. I realised after I'd cleared the targets that you'd targeted them for me. I am doing blast, smothering shadows.
Blast. So the trick, right? If you put, did you say you weren't putting AP on?
Yeah, I'll put well, I wasn't going to, but I've already got a power that's AP max and the right amount of damage, so I'm going to roll that.
Fine. No, that's understood. Yeah, if you want to spend, understood. That's if you've already got a power, that's fine. That's all I was going to say. Because
I've got a power that's Super Bolt, which effectively will roll the right damage if I just spend the right power points. So I'll do that.
Okay, fair enough.
Even though it's blast that I'm casting.
Okay, now why? I just let me check the invulnerability. That's fine. Let me. I just want to try something because I think it's on my bugs to fix, isn't it? Will be, so it should be. That, and then what I just before you do anything else, I just need to do a couple of things.
Oh yeah, extra point for select. Come on.
Right.
Oh, now it's taken too much. Oh well. I'll give myself 1 point discount next time.
Or you could just manually add one back.
I could, but that would mean reaching my keyboard. I imagine I might be able to just about reach.
Oh no, I can do it if that's the problem. So.
I've done it.
Okay.
I just poked it with a pen. Right.
If you do me a favour, obviously, if you're going to do the 18 points of damage anyway, but if you could just roll the damage again. Well, actually, you've got to roll damage for the second one, so that's fine. Do that. Brilliant. Okay, that's fixed that. That's what I wanted to check. So that's okay. So 18 points of damage to 16 points of damage to the first one. I know you did 18. I hadn't put the I hadn't put stuff on it. And then 21 points of damage to the second one. It's fine. I just wanted to work out what I needed to do to fix the fact that the invulnerability was applying. So that's what I was testing there. So that's fine. So that's that. Means that one's incapacitated. And that one's incapacitated. Okay, so note shadows. Invulnerability. Yeah. Okay. Right. All good. This is dealt with. I will turn off powers. I can't.
So you seem to remember the poem quite well, Master Vorka. What's the next thing we're going to need to get rid of?
Yeah, so I take it on high means this place. I don't know. High up.
So this one is probably the final dreams of deaths. That's kind of the only clue. Let me see. We did the undead to keep her blah, 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 blah. Spirit first. Red wore his thirst. That one we did. Second foe waits high and tower cold. We did him.
Which I think this is him.
Well, no, that was the other one.
All right,
That was the one that was flying around up the tall tower. Yeah. This one is the next one says in Kennel's grime, third bides his time, then vents his killing breath. And then the fourth one says, and on a stone mid ash and bone, the final dreams of death. And didn't Sassafras find that diadem like on a stone or something like that? Wasn't it like on a throne or a rock or?
I'm really not sure.
I find it in that room where you killed the guy that was sitting there with the bones and stuff.
Yeah, and on a stone mid ash and bone. So yeah, I think that was this guy. His spirit was trapped in the diadem, but when was locked to the diadem, but when we whatever. So we need to find the kennel for the last guy.
Right. If I were building an absolutely horrible castle, where would I put a kennel?
In the courtyard?
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere like a courtyard, isn't it?
Then we must go back downstairs again, I believe.
That you get the distinct sense that with the defeat of
yeah, I was just about to ask that. How does the castle feel to me now? Is it still
the aura of menace seems to have dissipated.
Oh, it's unlocking. The castle's unlocking.
What that means is, and I'm not telling you what once because you'll have to work it out. But basically, some of those things that I've told you couldn't do up to now, might now be able to do.
But is it worth the risk?
It's starting to stabilise. This place is just awful. It's starting to stabilise. It's becoming more material. I like it.
Well, we did see a courtyard on the ground floor. Perhaps we should return there. As you say, that would be a sensible place for there to be a kennel.
Well, which way do you suppose we go? I didn't take the usual route to get in here, so are the stairs downwards?
One would imagine so.
Those are the downstairs because you're on the top floor here, aren't you? It should teleport you. There it goes. Well, let's clear all the splats. Yes, I don't know. I have to say yes for the NPCs, but fine.
So how many? It's a three anchors. Is there 4 anchors?
Looks like there's 4 anchors.
4 chains, about it just called.
Here you all go. Hello. If anyone's missing now, let me know. Say yes. Looks like Majenko's missing. Okay. Majenko will be manually teleported. Okay, did Rooty fly in here? The doors
I
seem
don't know.
locked. I don't know how Rooty got there because the doors are locked, so we'll take Rooty out that route.
Rudy has been hiding under my cloak, so he should have been wherever I was.
That's fine, I'll move you to.
That's the winch room that we were in before, I think.
Okay, I just got moved somewhere.
Yeah, you just went back up the stairs.
Yeah, it comes up. If you appear next, if you move back to the portal, you go back. Okay.
It does ask you, so you can say no.
Yeah.
Yes, it seems we are directly above the gatehouse. I remember there were some stairs around here somewhere. Now, where were they?
I confess I'm getting rather turned around in this place.
There's lots of doors and lots of rooms you haven't explored. I tell you, the amount of treasure you left on that floor above you is ridiculous.
Well, we didn't loot his corpse, did we? Maybe we should have done.
There wasn't any treasure to loot for the record, but I have to be honest, it's ridiculous. If most of the rooms seem to have items in and stuff more than they actually have monsters on the floor.
I did give Garcias an adventure card.
God, if you gave me that one, I'm gonna. If you give me that one, I need to.
Marvelous.
Yes, I did.
So, tell you what, I'll give you one back.
There you go. I'm going to remove that card from the deck.
Oh.
Okay, so armor and weapon stand racks once filled this room, but today they have crumbled into rubble. Very few weapons remain, and those that do remain have rotten halves or rusty pitted blades. An iron statue. There's an iron statue standing in the northeast corner of the room. And as soon as Vorka steps into the room, it seems to start. It seems to basically. Well, it looks
Iron statues. That's not very scary. What you try to say?
Northeast corner means I put it in the wrong place.
Clearly, you've never been to Thessalonia.
Yeah.
I got the reference, so I'm going to give everyone pennies for that one. And then I'm going to spend a penny. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, the statue animates. This red gas obviously appears to be pouring out of it. Thaddeus.
Oh well, I see nothing. Although I'm inclined to go down to the. Oh no, it's not up. We are inclined to go. We do kind of need to find stairs down. Oh, so anyway, I walked.
You're
there
not
to
wrong,
find out where the
RNG.
hell
You hate me.
he's wandered off to, and then I see this horrible thing animate and go.
Actually, if you want to make a you can make you both make you can make a common knowledge check.
Common knowledge check.
Hmm.
I was just about to tell. I was about to go boo.
You can make a common knowledge check first, though.
I don't know. I grew up in a prison. I might know.
Right. That's fine.
That fortune return book's coming in handy.
You get the distinct. Well, you recognise the. You recognise what the statue is. It appears to be a statue of Kazavon coming to attack Vorka.
Oh, that's in Kazavon, the really, really, really bad guy.
It's 12 feet tall and weighs over 5,000 pounds. Apparently. Oh, and by the way, apparently the strength table does matter to telekinesis powers. Remember, I saw that the other. Yeah.
Aye, there was a chat in the background with Pinnacle.
I think it's actually mentioned. I think it's in one of the. It's in one of the Rifts rule books or something about, because in Rifts they've got extra abilities that let you increase, pick up more weight than you normally would be able to with your strength. Anyway, what are you doing, Mr. Thaddeus?
There was a talk where I thought it was going to be an area effect as well. So yeah, I'm just going to say boo for boo for. Well, let's do this properly. First of all, free action. Slumber it.
Okay. Has no effect.
It has no effect on the free action slumber. I thought it was going to be kind of because the follow up to that spell was going to be devastating.
Monka runs Rifts.
Right, I am just going to
known as
lob
IPP.
a spear at it then, because I don't know what's happening. Wow, that actually hit. I'm really good on. That spear doesn't fly very far, does it? Normally. Wow, that's tough. So it doesn't do magic, and it doesn't do can openers. We may have problems.
Well, that's a successful breath weapon. So you get to Thaddeus and Walker. You both get to make evasion rolls. It's a breath. It is designated a breath weapon. You know, I do have issue with if full round action breath weapons in Savage Pathfinder that can be evaded, they still have to make an athletics check as well.
See you later, Talon.
See you later, Talon. You know what I mean? It's like everything's in their the creature spends a whole round to do something that the odds are so much in the favour of the players avoiding it. If it's an evasion roll to avoid it, then why is there a dice roll to see if it works in the first place? You know what I mean? Anyway, Vorka evades. What does Thaddeus do? If it was opposed evasion, then I could probably understand why it's an athletics roll. It isn't, as far as I know.
So what we've got to do...
Opposed evasion would make more sense, wouldn't it? But anyway.
So what are we doing now, sorry?
You're going to make an evasion check, otherwise... Well, you don't... You can make an evasion roll, or you can...
I just turn the spell, I think it is.
It didn't happen. God, I've had the brain fart, haven't I?
Roll agility with a -2 modifier.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna press the button and I forgot where I put it. He makes a roll.
Right, I'm assuming you're not going to open a door to a random room with aid, so I'm going to put you over there. Okay. However, it does get to advance, doesn't it? So I'm going to have it roll forwards to there.
Does he dodge out of the way, or does he want to just close the door?
In there with it. That brings us to Vorka.
I hate that rule of moving tokens, I really do.
Okay.
Vorka's not shut in there with him. The golem's shut in there with Vorka.
Okay. Vorka is going to back up a little bit.
He's going to back up just so he can run at it.
He's then going to scream at the top of his lungs, "I'll kill you!" I will cast Warrior's Gift on myself,
Okay.
giving myself Giant Killer.
Yes, he's the only character that makes me panic when he runs away.
Alexa, when he's off.
Warrior's Gift will successfully cast. Think. Go. And then I will charge forward.
Go for it.
And attack. Oops, forgot to put the rage on me. Obviously,
At least for
I'm
Alexa disciplining in the background. I like it.
attacking.
Yeah, that Wendy came home there and actually arguing about Alexa. Sorry, folks.
Interesting. I can't see the ad. Could just you look at my own stream.
Oh, come on. We can do better than that here.
Conviction. Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
You hit.
Yeah, but I hit the last time. There we go.
Yeah, I got a wee bit freaked out when that spear bounced off. Oh, take that!
Oh, it didn't give me the race damage.
Yeah, I don't have control over that, unfortunately. Ugh.
There you go, 4 wounds.
And then, see, this is where it gets weird. I've got to work this one. It's not undead, but that's what the longsword's called, isn't it? Rather than anything else. That's it.
Yeah, that's
Extra
just a sword.
That's the extra charge. Does applies normally, but not additional. No. Interesting. I don't think there's a problem with that. So. Really?
Yes.
I'm going to spend all my bloody bennies on this. There we go. Justice.
Well, yet again, I don't really want to go and steal Vorka's kill. He seems to be doing fine there. that being said, it's not fair to let your companions fight alone, is it? Right, Gastus doesn't know that what he's about to do is pointless. So I will run enough to get into combat with it. And I will cast Smite, because I didn't know that it was pointless.
Yes, technically it would be, wouldn't it?
Well, mind you, the AP part of it might still work.
Damage. No, any additional effects do not apply.
Right, fair enough. But I will pick up Frenzy. It seems to be the thing to do.
See,
No.
he's-
I will pick up Giant Killer, because that'll give me an extra D6 damage. I'll pick up Giant Killer.
He's 12 feet tall. Size 4. That's your martial flexibility, wasn't it?
Yep. So I'll put a raise on for the extra D6 from Giant Killer then.
I like that. 6. I mean, the +7 is obscene. Where are you getting the +7 from? I'm not complaining. I'm just asking.
Well, 4 of that you'll ignore because that's from the Smite, which isn't working.
All right, fair enough. Makes it down to.
And 6 points of the AP doesn't apply either. So basically, that'll take it down to nothing. But I am going to Benny it.
Well, in that case, well, for all intents and purposes, we're gonna. What we need to do is turn off the AP, don't we? I won't. You know what I mean? And turn off that, so they don't. That, you know what I mean? I'll turn off the effects, and now when you re-roll,
Yeah,
it'll be proper.
Okay. And then I'll hit it with my other blade.
It's a hit.
Is it an evil or dishonorable target?
Not really, because it's a construct, isn't it?
Yep.
It is without honor, but not for the normal reasons. I would argue. You know what I mean. It's not evil. It's not dishonorable. No, because it's a construct. Therefore, the concept of honor doesn't apply to it. It's technically mindless, really. Yeah, it is technically mindless. Okay, that brings us to Leia. You can bounce through the door here. Everyone's putting John Killer on. It's not fair. You somehow targeted yourself, Anna. There you go. It's very sensible, everyone putting Giant Killer on. Don't get me wrong, but it's not fair.
It's pretty good to target yourself when you're putting on your powers on. I was going to clear it before I got to it.
Sorry, I apologise. My mistake. I was trying to be
Quite all right. I don't mind.
If you wear plate over leather armor, you get half the lower of the two, don't you? Stacking the arms.
Yeah, but does that make them polyamorous?
When I think about you, I target myself. Brilliant. Apparently, the polyarborist does get you all bennies.
Oh, I'm definitely polyamorous.
Okay. Oh, you wounded it.
Yeah.
I lost Benny. That last bit causes bleeding.
Yeah. My rendered claws, does it,
It
does it make him
bleed,
dust
but
himself or
you
something?
did hit with a raise, didn't you? That
Yep.
does something, I believe.
I will make it distracted.
Hey, distracted it is. Benny's from the GM's golem, thank you. Actually, yeah, good point. Sorry, I will give the Benny to the golem because that's exactly what you said. You didn't say Benny for the GM. You said Benny for the GM's golem. Subtle difference.
Yeah.
Because if I hit them with
Okay,
anything else, they can't use it. Sassafras has got 12 Bennies. Wow.
Excessive.
But I'm kind of hanging back here.
Yeah,
I was
that's fine.
spending them to increase damage, and it just didn't help.
Oh, I know.
Come up the stairs. I realize they're fighting this way, coming through the door. Guy's still on his feet, huh?
He is. He's taking a pounding. They're really laying into him, but there's scratches and dents all over him, but it seems to be perfectly intact.
Yeah, I just cast slumber and it just literally fizzled out before I even got it off.
Okay, well, I'm going to add heavy weapon on this.
Yeah.
Hit him with a bolt because I haven't seen what's going on, so I don't know what'll work and what won't. But this is gonna have the heavy weapon. Pay an extra.
Okay. Yep. No problem.
Heavy weapon.
Okay, you hit it with green lightning that basically it seems to you hit it with the lightning, it seems to just absorb it.
Do I do damage?
You don't need to roll for damage, I'm afraid. It is immune to your bolt spell.
Well, that sucks. And then I'm gonna step back this way so he can't throw anything at me.
No, that was what I was trying to hint at. Me casting slumber.
I know, but Sassafras was role playing. I know you were saying
indeed.
it, but indeed.
No, I didn't want to say the thing it was.
Oh look, Sassafras goes last and gets to go first this time.
And maybe
damn
what
it.
I can do to work.
I
Is
will.
it immune to all mag?
Make it a cult roll. If it's an iron golem, you know that it is immune to magical effects. Yeah, basically, you cannot magically directly affect it. That's the key thing there.
Well, then I'm just gonna. I'm not a fighter.
No,
just hang out
that's
here.
fine.
Oh wait, no, wait. I can do this. The three that are in.
Yep. Oh, look at that, with a raise. Flexion with a raise, very nice. That's the point. Yeah, this is the thing. When you're fighting something like that, it's very much about boosting people up that are attacking it, or doing things to the environment and around it rather than the target itself. I'll sort it out afterwards.
Okay, well, I just boosted the 3. And that was
Exactly. That's the whole point. You can do things to the environment around it, just not it. Okie dokie. Nice.
Last stand.
Shouldn't I really? Well, it's easy enough to do it manually because they've got to be within 5 inches of layer, haven't they? So, which is the whole room, so that's fine.
Sassafras forgot to apply those effects onto the things she was targeting before she moved on.
I don't know, because I've got a whole bunch of them that goes effects. And then I've got attack, fighting, range, but it doesn't say which one is just a regular deflection with raise.
That would be at attack.
That one, but that's okay. There you go. We go.
Didn't get Gastus.
It did. Gastus.
Okay.
Right, so having spent a round with his dimensional blade being completely ineffectual, Gastus, rather than saying a prayer to Caden Kylian, says, "You might be the accidental god, but you're going to accidentally lose a follower if you don't help me kill this thing, you bastard." And suddenly, Caden Kylian kicks in, and I ignore its invulnerabilities.
I hate you. Well done. Oh. I'm not going to be. But technically speaking, it has no invulnerabilities. It has immunities. I'm not going to be that mean. I'm not going to be that mean. Don't worry.
Yeah, I think that's a semantic on between the cards and the rules. But yeah, okay.
What I might do is spend my Benny, because it isn't going to save me here, to see if I could jump up the combat tracker. And I moved I moved from the 4 of clubs, 6 of spades. Go on then, kill it.
Well, because I'm that angry with my god, I'm also going to wild attack.
Go on then. It's an extra. It's already on 2 wounds. It's not going to live much longer. Oh, it's an extra on 3 wounds. It's not going to live much longer.
Oh, so that's hit with a raise. So we need an extra d6 damage after this for the giant killer. I'll just do it as a sneak attack then. I really don't like this castle. Have I mentioned that lately?
Not lately, but you have mentioned it.
Now, where were those bloody stairs down?
Anyone in this room who, before you leave, anybody who's in this room and Sassafras, because you're outside the room, can make a notice check. So I say this room seems to be filled with ruined weapons and armor, but what you all do notice, probably because it seems to be in such pristine condition and shining, is just over there appears to be a composite bow lying amid the debris and seems in very good condition. Gus just walks out of the room. does everyone else do?
Gastus may well have a look at that. The dugout.
No, it's a bow. That's no good to me. I'm more interested in this door here.
Okay. I have no idea what that big circle is. I'm sure I will find out in a second. When I get the description up.
So is the bow on the party sheet?
I can add
Yeah,
the bow. I'll add the bow.
Yeah,
to the party
Borg is
sheet.
going to take a look at the bow. Not that he really expects to use it, but he'll go ahead and take a look at it.
Yes, I'm the mid range person.
So is it a cult roll, really?
Tell me all about it.
It is a accurate, damaging, distant composite bow.
Yeah, you probably would like this, Thaddeus.
Okay.
I tend to hand back. I tend to hand back, and you gasses tend to run in and stab them in the face.
Several chairs, couches, and tables hint at this room's original purpose as a communal living area. Judging by the low quality of the ruined furniture, castle servants were the likely occupants here.
Okay.
No, I absolutely gonna have to look at the GM map, but I have no idea what those ones are. Doesn't mention anything about them. In the
Maybe it's showing something on the floor above or something like that.
You are on the second floor. GM map, second floor. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Interesting. Description.
Right, no stairs there.
This is the thing.
I was going to say, are you sure, gasses, there wasn't other treasure in that room?
No, there isn't, because the GM took that card away and put it in the bin.
Oh, I gave it to you for the very sole purpose of torturing.
He's got enough ridiculously overpowered magic items. There's plenty in this castle. You don't need that one. I'm just checking something.
By the way, you can still use that card and say, I found the sword of might, and you can say yes, and it's a can opener. Opens cans at +1.
Okay, that's what I was looking for.
You play it like Munchkin, the sword of might. So it's a sword that's sized for like an ant.
Aye, fairies.
Okay.
The hat pin.
If it was Munchkin, it would be a sword that might or might not hit.
That's this.
GM.
This castle's really dirty. You really do think that you should basically clean it. Make a spirit
Bollocks
check.
to that.
This is an opposed roll, and for the record, my D10 exploded.
For the record, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
It's completely irrelevant. Yeah.
For the record. So let me see. Oh, it's random, so let's have a look. No, I don't want to. I'm not going to be too unfair. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that comment made me think this is going to go very, very weird, isn't it?
No, I'm not going to send him to a room with nasty monsters or anything in it. So, 1, 2. You basically feel what's your pace? 6 gets you to the 8. Okay. You basically walk past the party. You step into this room here. It's a relatively small room, once cramped, but now the bed and dresser have fallen into ruin. The chamber is almost sparse, but that's not the point. You're going to spend the next hour cleaning this room.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
Well, in which case, I am going to get out my decanter of endless water and start hosing the room down.
Okie dokie, sounds very sensible. Anyone else? Anyone in the hallway can see water pouring out of the room that Gastus has walked into. What's everyone else up to?
Yeah, Gastus has gone off the railroads again.
Oh no, he's drowning! I will run over there and I will grab Gastus and I will pull him out of that room.
Vorka will get a face full of water.
I can't spell puppet, by the way. Oh, let me unlock token, sorry.
If you don't mind, Master Vorka. But Master Vorka, you're also covered in blood. We need to clean you off as well.
My bath isn't until next week.
And you're having a shower, not a bath.
Yeah.
Can I step into the room at Gastus? It's just bled from.
It's. Oh, hang on. There we are. Sorry, that was the last thing I needed to put in there.
I catch up to Borg and go, is there something wrong with Gastus?
Yes.
So he's under some kind of spell.
He is indeed. Well, he's acting strange. Let's give him that.
Yeah, well, when Gastus starts acting strange, that's normal, but I mean,
I need
stranger
Thaddeus to
than
make a spirit
usual.
check. I need Thaddeus to make a spirit check.
Yeah, I know, but Thaddeus is knows a thing about possession.
It's not possession. Okay, you feel a compulsion to go and clean a room as well. But fortunately for you, you're able to resist it. And Gaston's never got a second cup of
So if I cast a spell, will that free?
it will, yeah.
By the way, is there
You
there
cast
really
it
a
and
big
it will be opposed. Just.
Is there a circle on the floor? Is there a hole in the ceiling? Or?
I have no idea what that circle is.
Right. Okay.
Is the honest truth.
If you find the GM, ask him.
No, the GM. The adventure doesn't tell me. Okay, Gastus, you are no longer controlled. The compulsion fades.
Well, I'll still clean Vorka off. And since if there is a second cup of coffee, if I'm pouring myself another cup of coffee, I think I'll have to contemplate the stain across the wall.
When we moved into this house, every radiator in the house had brown stains across them, and it was like we didn't know what we were going to do. When we started cleaning them, we realised that it was coffee. It was like before they left the house, they got super soaked, and the walls were like it as well. It's like they filled up super soakers with coffee and just shot them at every wall and radiator before they left. It was really weird.
Bizarre.
I've never understood that one. Every radiator in the house and some of the walls had like coffee stains on them. It cleaned off okay, but it was just really weird. I mean, they were there when we actually viewed the house, so they didn't do it as a leaving present. It was just like really weird. But anyway, that was.
But if I might recommend, Master Vorka, bathe more often, says Gastus.
People left us our house as a leaving present to take some of the power sockets. They didn't bother to make any of the wiring safe, however. They just left the wires live, sticking out of the walls.
That's ridiculous. Okay. But this bedroom's furniture is in a dreadfully decomposed state, although the bed and large writing desk were obviously once of high quality.
Is that the room that I've just gone into, yeah?
It is. You are picking all the rooms today. You need to make a spirit check.
Woohoo!
We better stay with him, Vorka, because he seems to keep walking into all kinds of trouble.
Okay. Searing pain shoots through your ankles. You didn't fail the spirit check, so you are not knocked prone. However, you are filled with a terrible dread that Kazavon is coming to kill you. Although he didn't actually break your ankles, which is what you would have thought have happened. A heartbeat later, this conviction passes, replaced by a yearning to burrow deep into the ground below Scarwall. One heartbeat after that, all of these convictions, as well as the ankle pain, fade.
I need to get deeper under. Oh, never mind. Well, I think I'll have a look through the desk and stuff.
Okay. A notice check, please. You don't find anything in the desk, apparently. Notice check. You don't find anything.
Oh, I've just figured out what the circle is.
What? Is it something from the...
No. I'm just thinking about how the maps are drawn. I bet you these maps were originally only for the GM, and that would have been the trap.
No, not at all. There's nothing on the GM's map about what the circles are. What's interesting is the room that Leia's just...
Isn't that the tables? Didn't you say there was a table?
I don't know. I can't work it out, is the honest answer. What is interesting, however, is the room that Leia's just walked into has a big letter R on the GM map, which I can't work out what that is. See you later, RNG. Nice. Thanks for popping in. Yes.
Did that re-roll on the notice roll find anything?
Oh, it did. Did I not add them to the party? I thought I added them to the party sheet. I did. I just set keys. Notice check reveals a discarded ring of keys.
Keys. Well, that'll make getting through locked doors a lot easier, hopefully.
Second floor. It's got a letter. Maybe it's a letter A. There's another letter R over there. There's another letter R over there. What's going on?
Yeah, but what number was today's programme brought by?
Right. Let me have a see. Second floor. I'm very confused because... Second floor. Area is covered in a separate section beginning on 78. All the location, which is on page 55. Let's go to page 55. Okay, so the letter R's are showing up on the map. Description. They are. No pun intended.
This is just freaky. Do you know what? Because Leah's just walked right through this room.
Right. I am going to say, from a time perspective, it's probably a good place to leave it.
Just before we go, that room we went in, we were compelled to clean. What type of room is that?
So basically, servants' quarters.
Servants' quarters.
Yeah, servants' lounge.
So the people who lived here were so terrified that in death, they're still at it cleaning?
Apparently
so.
Unable to move on.
I'm going to have to... Yeah, I'm going to search that one down because I can't find any reference anywhere to what letters are. So I want to find out what they are because Leia's moved into the room there. And if it's something good... and I don't want to miss out. And if it's something bad, then
you want it to affect me later?
I'll know whether to warn you before you step into the room if there's something you see there, and because I can't find it. I'm gonna have to reread the whole blimmin' book because I can't find. I'm looking through. I'm not finding out what these letters are. They're all over this floor map. Very strange. So I'm going to leave it there.
Good news is the good news is, as ominous as spirits are coming back to make us do stuff. The castle is weakening. I can feel it going.
It is. Right, you're 50%. Well, not 50% because obviously you got to go back and defeat the guy you couldn't defeat before. But you're 50% through getting to the point where you're making the guy you couldn't defeat before vulnerable. So we shall leave it there. Hope you enjoyed that. A bit confusing, but a lot of fun and laughter on my part anyway. So spend your bennies for your PowerPoints because I'll be resetting them and the cards next week. See you then. Take care.